What is up, chat? How you guys doing over there? Hello. I'm here by myself. Well, no, actually not by myself.
I'm right here lurking, dog.
I know, and by the way, I just saw him come in too. I'm fucking.
I was fixing up my audio stuff, so I had to mute myself so you hear that.
Oh
shit
yeah, I would have
fuck
been
around with audio.
I would be like, motherfucker, what the fuck, dude? No, man, it's been a crazy hectic thing. I'm probably gonna be interrupted right now in a couple seconds because yeah, that just be happening. But the thing is, though, guys, what is up? Double Dose of Pre-Show over here in the house. Corey is back. The man is back. He's here to do some reviews. Not much reviews though. I know Tuesday is usually the weekly roast and toast. We're gonna be doing like reviews of old movies and like they kind of like do a whole movie roast thing. But today is not gonna be the day. Today will actually be the day that they're gonna be doing Loki and what's he doing? In the Heights, which is basically the wannabe version of fucking like West Coast Story. I think I don't know. Who knows?
I think it's just what it's trying to do is just be like, oh look, poverty is whimsical, y'all.
Yeah, almost like Rent. You know, because I don't even know if that's what they're going for, but yeah.
No, they're going for like, oh, you see us Latinos, we also struggle, but we struggle musically.
Oh yes, and you guys struggle to fucking entertain me at all. I don't like any of this shit. I mean, I know it's probably a beautiful thing, and you know me, I'm not a guy who likes musicals or anything like that too, so it probably doesn't even matter. But you Mike, he says, I'm glad you're talking about the piece of shit Josie and the Pussycats movie. Yeah, no, we're gonna be talking about that, people. We shall. But actually, talk to the chat for a second, dude. I gotta go for a fucking second. I'll be right back, sir.
Hello, chat. How y'all doing? Just kind of give y'all some conversational piece. Right now, I am dealing with like a massive like headache. Today, we just been cleaning nonstop around the apartment, and like the dust is just getting to me. My neck is fucking popping. So I got a question for y'all. When y'all finally come and like clean out your houses and shit, what's the most interesting thing y'all ever fucking found? Because me personally, I have found like 2 nugs of weed, a book set that I didn't know that I fucking owned, and I swear to God, me and Roxy found like a bunch of pack of condoms, and at first I thought they were fucking candy. And I did not know they were in there. So if you guys got anything that you guys found interesting when you guys were cleaning up your house, just let me know. Because I just been exploring the fuck out my closet and just the different areas while trying to pick up after myself. But you guys know how it is. It's just one of those things that you come across. Old headphones. That's something you guys found. Now that's kind of common though. I'm talking about like some weird shit that you didn't think was in there. Oh, damn, I got to say it by commercial time. By the way, if you guys do not subscribe to us, if you guys don't want to miss out on this nice, fun content, please make sure to subscribe. As far as I know, it's not too expensive. And plus, it keeps you guys from watching all the Pizza Hut commercials that probably get played before on. Actually, I think for a while now, we were getting a lot of like different type of political ads back in November, but I can only assume why. You got to have that protection. Nah, Mike, one of the benefits of monogamous relationship is you get to go bareback any chance you get, especially when you got your partner on the pill. Old charger for stuff that isn't available. SD cards. Again, that's all pretty reasonable. I swear to God, like Roxy said, when she first moved up into the apartment, she was helping me clean up the house up, and she was cleaning up one of the areas that I didn't essentially know that you had to clean. And she found like some green slime or some shit that she said looked like it was like ectoblaster just blown all over the area. I'm just personally glad that I wasn't home at the time when she discovered this shit, because I would have got my ass hit like some old school 1950s cartoon. I was waiting for the chat to talk up. This is like the longest this has been going. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I got family stuff in the background, and then if it's not that, it's Corey stuff, and if it's not that, it's the fucking cops. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, my whole fucking life is just a big fucking...
That's all right. I'm just talking about the ghost goop Roxy discovered.
The what?
No, apparently when she was either cleaning out the fridge or one of like my kitchen prepared areas that I didn't clean at all, she found like what could only be described as green slime living under there.
Oh, like a green mold or something?
I don't know. She said it wasn't a mold. She the way she reacted, she like found flubber or some shit like that.
Wait, so Roxy, is anything like this shit over here?
What are you talking about? That's mold.
Yeah.
We did not have mold in the fridge.
Well, you said green slime, so you want me to put the fucking Ghostbusters thing? Like, I don't know what the fuck you want me to
do. No, the fucking shit from Goosebumps. That's what it felt like when I opened the fucking fridge. And you know how when you let certain things spill over and then they have, like, this goop just sticking all around the bottom or whatever? That's what I saw in the fridge, and it bothers the fuck out of me.
Yeah, no, that's fucking disgusting. Yeah, like I never had a situation where I had any kind of slime anywhere like that, but like I've had dude, and I guess you probably can consider mold or whatever, maybe. But I get these weird dust particles like underneath fucking cabinets and shit, and it's absolutely fucking disgusting. Like you'll swipe it off and it's like slimy. Like I don't know if it's because like people smoking in the house, whatever. It's like playing like a layer of some like weird like smooth residue on it. It's fucking disgusting. I don't know. It's weird.
Cigarette smoke does that a lot. I've been in a couple rooms where people smoke inside, like fucking chain smoke. It's gross.
Dude, fucking inside my computer had that shit too, like right where the heat sink is or whatever, and like literally somebody had to like like what do you call it, like repurpose that fucking I don't know any words of anything. My fucking brain's just a goddamn like melting pot of retardatory, just fucking like being destroyed. Thermal paste, that's what it's called, thermal paste. They actually fucked up the thermal paste, they had to like reapply it or whatever. It was insane. So like, yeah, guys, make sure to be careful if you, especially, dude. I had this one computer that it had like all this oil, I guess, like particle oil, caked onto the fan, and it was because it was inside the kitchen. So we'd be using the computer while like someone's cooking and shit, and like I didn't think it was ever a problem. But yo, if you guys got your computer inside your kitchen, get rid of that shit. Do not the computer, just put it somewhere else.
You know what's one of my favorite things to look up, just in YouTube or TikTok or just in general?
What?
I really like PC / like laptop phone cleaner guys, where they show you like how disgusting some people's like electronics are.
Oh, dude. Well, Jet does this shit all the time, not with electronics, but with people. Like, Jet showed me this one thing that made me fucking scream. It was this dude getting his ear cleaned out on TikTok. Or no, it wasn't even TikTok. I think it was on YouTube. But like, I've seen it appear on TikTok sometimes. But Jet, like, is there a word or terminology for that at all? Other than just ear cleaning?
And there's a Japanese word for it, but I mean, it's just ear cleaning.
Yeah, guys. I don't even know if I'll get in trouble for this. Japanese ear cleaning. I'm gonna look this up, but like, I'm curious if it's gonna show anything like really disgusting. Yeah, I'm not gonna look at it. That looks too gross for fucking Twitch. I'm not doing it. Marie says Armageddon is not good, but it's fun, but it's good, or it's not good. I don't know. You went back and forth on that one, dude. But like, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat with you. Last time I watched Armageddon was like when I was in 8th grade or something like that. It was a long ass time ago. I think we tried to watch it in the after hours once, and it's just everyone's throwing jokes out there and shit. I'm over here trying to cry over Animal Cracker, and you motherfuckers kept ruining it. So
am I crying into my soup right now?
Yeah, I'm over here just playing with my fucking Animal Cracker, all sad and shit. You might saying, "Hey Diaz, have a good movie." Oh yeah, you just brought that up. So yeah, thank you for the bits, by the way, too. But yeah, we do bit bounties here. So essentially, just so you guys know, and I wish I had enough time to actually post something like this on the screen, but for 500 bits, if you guys have any movie that you guys want us to review, I put a 500 bit bounty on that particular movie. So if you just post it in there and just say, hey, like 500 bits, do this one. It's like, okay, I'll do it. For shows, though, I don't know about that because we had to get through Clerks animated series, and man, 500 bits was not enough for that shit. Like, motherfucker.
Yeah, that series, I enjoy some episodes, but it is a rough series.
Well, let's get into that, actually, because I want to talk about that really quick. We got lots of stuff to talk about today. Most of all, just reviews. But I have to talk about this shit. So, first of all, even looking this up on YouTube, by the way, is like a pain in the ass because, like, people have, like, some of the jokes on there, but you don't know if it's going to show even, like, the Clerks guys. Because the show itself kind of like lies to you. This is not even Clerks. It's just the characters from Clerks being in it, you know. But
honestly, like the only time that actually really connects it back to the show itself is in a deleted scene that you get in, like, I think at the DVD box set where they explain what went down at the funeral from the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's a deleted scene, so it's not even in the series that you got to see in ABC. And as far as I remember, I think it only got like 6 episodes.
Yeah, 6 episodes. And so here's the thing, man. When I watched this way back in the day, because I actually downloaded this and put it on my mom's external drive, because she's like, I love Clerks. I want to see the anime series. And I thought she thought like this was gonna be some grown up, like whatever the fuck, like, oh, an adult cartoon. Let's see. And this happened back like in the day before like Bob's Burgers was huge and everything. So like, I think it was still taboo that like a cartoon could be so adult sometimes without like, you know, some Family Guy show, whatever the case may be with that. But that's a big word you're going to hear here a lot, a big term I'm not going to keep saying, because this feels like a wannabe version of Family Guy. And yet I still think Family Guy, even if it's on like main TV and everything has tons of seasons and tons of like corporate hands involved in it, Family Guy is still more adult than this, and they're actually, believe it or not, more clever with their jokes. Like, I can kind of see the lack of quality in this versus something like Family Guy or even South Park. Like, South Park whoops this show's ass, and I fucking hate saying that because I love Clerks. I love the Kevin Smith universe with all these fucking things. I forgot what they call it too, the Askew-verse or
Askew-verse or some shit like that.
Yeah, but like, do you remember seeing this when you were like younger though? Because like, I don't know if you watched.
Oh no, this was way a fucking ahead of my time. I was probably still watching the Disney Channel and shit, so really? I never got a chance to watch this live at all.
Oh, really? Okay, so neither did I, but I still watched it like maybe a few years after this aired. And I thought it was funny. I watched the first 2 episodes like on that thing I downloaded from my mom, and I was like, dude, like this is actually pretty great. Like, it's Clerks, it's Randall, it's Dante. They're doing a bunch of crazy shit. Jay is being more animated. They can do more crazy stuff because it's animated. Like, fuck yeah. Watching this now, I felt like my intelligence was constantly fucking insulted by this thing, to the point where I was like, this still feels like it's for kids, because you guys are so fucking dumb and so lost in your comic book isms, and so just like cartoony, not just the visual look of it, but you're cartoony in the sense of like just stupid. Jed, at what point did you start feeling like, okay, this is not as funny as I remember this shit?
After the first episode,
Really?
it did not take long. It did not take long at all. Like, nostalgia is a fucking bitch, because I thought I liked this fucking show, but after that first episode, I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
man. So this review, by the way, guys, I mean, granted, yeah, it's been 20 years, I believe, since this came out. I actually cannot remember exactly the right date of this, but this was a bit bounty. Someone, I think it was Mauricio, asked us to review this, and yeah, I really appreciate that, dude. And any of you guys who give us bits for this stuff, like Mauricio, Ryan, Gene Jeter, E-Mike, a lot of you guys who put stuff into here, I really appreciate that. But this, I would say, fuck you. Because yeah, man, this was a drag like into the 3rd episode. Like the 2nd episode was like, okay, it's probably not as funny as I remember or whatever. But once we get into the 3rd episode and hearing every bit, like, man, the overcompensation for homosexuality here is fucking ridiculous. Like, these dudes hate gay people so much that I am so convinced that Jay and Silent Bob actually fuck each other a lot.
Not as much as they hate black people, apparently.
Yeah. What is up with the Charles Barkley joke? Doesn't make sense. There's no reason why they even explain.
All right, so the Charles Barkley makes. All right, so this. I'm gonna jump for the Charles Barkley. He had a big thing where he was going around and doing a lot of after-school specials. So that's what I was making fun of. It's one of those fucking weird things left over from the 2000s. I thought y'all were gonna bring up the fucking one character they bring on. Fuck, was the character's name? It was the only black character that shows. No, it was the only black character that showed up.
Like Leonardo or something?
No, something like that.
Oh, I can't fucking remember, but like,
Leon, I think was his name.
that could be it. And it wasn't Martin Thomas, everybody, but yeah, like.
No.
Oh wait, no, Leonardo was something. It was the other dude.
Yeah, he was the
what
bourgeois
was his
guy.
name?
The funny thing is, like, I can't even see him like in the fucking like. There's like this whole video, and it's all just Jay and Bob jokes, and I see a few where they're seriously like making racist comments and everything, but like they don't show the black character or any of the Charles Barkley stuff. So it's really weird because.
Oh, it was Lando.
Lando.
Yeah.
Oh well, see, so that character was actually just Lando from Star Wars.
That's probably where they got the fucking name from.
Okay, because that's what I thought they were doing. I thought, like, I mean, especially with him, like, he was flying the fucking, not the Mandalorian, but whatever it's called, the Maltese Falcon. What the fuck is that stupid spaceship that everybody drives in Star Wars?
Millennial
Falcon. There we go, yeah. The Millennial Falcon. No, but dude, like, that shit, like, in the Star Wars jokes, like, dude, we get it. You guys are nerds. We understand. Please stop driving your Star Wars nerdum down my fucking throat, dude. Like, and then the weed shit. It's like, whoa, we're stupid. The thing is, it's almost like this show really does feel like it's your mom or dad that are way too old to be into this, and they just came in. Oh, thank you for the follow, Incubastrator. That's a weird word. But no, dude, thank you very much for the follow, and hopefully you're not turned off by just us reviewing old shit, because that's gonna be pretty much the entire show today, except for the Sweet Tooth review for later on. But looking at something like this, though, I will say that it feels like, your mom or dad is way too old for this type of comedy, but they're trying to, like, relate to you or something. So, like, constantly, like, Jay sounds like some stupid old soccer mom, like, smooches, booches, smooches, mooches, stooches. And it's like, did you guys even watch your own shit? Because, like, you're not even using the fucking word right. You're just overusing the term, and that's supposed to give you fucking, like, thumbs up and Siskel and Ebert points. Because, like, ooh, I know that reference. I get it. It's like, honestly, you guys are not even doing the reference right. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, they did everything but say, like, kitty kitty boo fuck. Or what was that shit they say? Boo boo kitty fuck?
Kitty fuck?
Yeah. Like, you might as well say that shit to Dante or something at a certain point. It was fucking stupid. But, Roxy, what'd you feel about this? Because I know you're a big Clerks fan and whatnot, and, you're familiar with the ASCII-verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No, but for real. I still enjoy the Clerks animated series. Similar with like Jet, it was not as much as I remembered. Because I remember loving the fuck out of this. I remember loving the fuck out of the movies, just being like super happy about everything. But There's certain jokes that certainly do fall flat. Very, very flat. Like a white girl's ass flat.
Yeah. No, I agree big time. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, if there's a few that you can remember just off the top of your head of like, yeah, like, this shit, this sucked. Like, was there any moments like that where you're kind of like,
That was a big thing for me. And then I know that the running gag between like Jay and Silent Bob is that Jay is actually gay, but he doesn't want to admit it. So he tries to overcompensate in certain things pretty fucking clearly, honestly. But the review episode, I think it was the second one, where typically they do that like more later on in the series to kind of look back on everything. And honestly, it's a cheap way to just like reuse footage. So I kind of get the joke that they were going for, but it was a little too like drawn out for me. Like, okay, I get it. Like, can we like snip it just a little bit?
yeah. By the way, too, Phantom Chunks in the chat. I love that name, by the way, dude. But he says, do you guys fuck with the show Wilfred? Yes, because it actually has jokes that have a little bit of intellect put into there and some writing. And it's like, oh, interesting. Like, you guys actually can tell a joke, have it make sense, and not have to have me watch something else to hear the same fucking word.
And there's a lot of weed use in that show.
It does make me curious, though, because I remember the network that they were on, either like ABC or Fox, one of them two. I guess they were limiting and like putting restraints on them and the amount of things that they could say and or do. Henceforth, why there is no weed in this show and why Jay and Silent Bob are firecracker dealers. Because, you know, if a kid loses a finger, it's cool. Cool as fuck. We love amputee kids. But weed, no, that's bad. You gotta take that off TV. We don't fuck with that. Yeah. I wonder, like, if they remade this in a more modern era, now that weed is starting to become, like, more socially acceptable and little by little, like, federally acceptable. I wonder if the show would have been any better. Or since it had a bit more freedom, or since it's had, like, a bit more time to garner, like, more movies and more, like, I can't think of the word. Just basically overall backstory and just story, history, just kind of putting everyone in there.
Yeah, the universe stuff. Because, like, I want to ask you this, too, and I'll start with you, then I'll go to Ganja, and then I'll go to Jet. But, like, firstly, you, Roxy, what do you feel about, like, Kevin Smith and his, like, how much control he had over his other things? Like, did you feel like he had full control over, like, Clerks 2 or Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back or Dogma or any of that stuff?
I feel like he had more creative freedom with that a little bit ever since he started to gain, like, more money and attention from the first Clerks. But I'm sure the, like, top executives were like, okay, maybe you can tone down certain things. We'll let you slide with a couple stuff. But you still got to tune it back a little bit. But as time went on, I feel like he did have more creative freedom.
No, I actually definitely agree. And by the way, too, speaking of, short-lived 2000s adult cartoons, my boy over here, believe Ryan, started a poll. Favorite short-lived 2000s adult cartoons: The Oblongs, Mission Hill, Clone High, Undergrads.
Mission Hill.
Oblongs. I love Oblongs.
Yeah,
it had to be between Oblongs and Mission Hill. Still haven't watched Clone High, and I don't know what Undergrads is.
So I want to check out Oblong really quick. Let me see, cartoon.
Oblong was fucking a weird ass show. Had Will Ferrell in it before he became big.
Yep.
Yeah, the Oblongs. Okay, I fucked up. But yeah, like, God, look at her fucking hair. They were trying, like, hey, Marge, we'll raise you a fucking ridiculous.
That's a wig.
Dude, that's
all her hair
fell
fell
right
out.
Back, y'all.
Respect Pickles and her powerful wig.
I love Pickles. I fucking love Pickles.
My favorite early 2000s cartoon show that got canceled, and I know a lot of people don't fucking like it. Matter of fact, they'll never bring it back. It's too horrible of a show. It just reeks of 2000 humor.
What?
Drawn Together.
Yeah.
Oh, they ain't bringing that shit back.
They will never bring that shit back. Oh, just the fucking racial humor alone would get that show canceled.
I wanted to beat Captain Hero's ass so fucking bad. I couldn't stand his fucking ass.
Wait, who's
By the way,
Captain
Captain Hero just became all the other superheroes now that are in like fucking The Boys and all these other superheroes that are trying to make their superhero edgy. They all just turned to Captain Hero.
Yeah, so Captain Hero, where's he from, by the way? I'm sorry.
Drawn Together.
Drawn Together. Someone brought that up in the chat in another show that I was watching earlier. It's funny that this is like the second time I've heard of Drawn Together. But yeah, is this show actually legitimately good, or is this dude kind of ruining the entire effect by just being a dick?
You wouldn't like it.
No, you would hate this show.
You would not like it at all.
Oh shit!
It's they basically take how to explain it? They take popular things from certain series and then change it up into their like own version of it, and have them living together like the fucking real world. I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. That sounds.
Like they got a character named like Princess Clara, who's basically the Disney princesses, but she's also fucking racist as hell.
Mm-hmm.
They got Captain Hero, which is basically their version of a Superman, who's actually, I guess,
Racist hell.
gay, racist, and I guess kind of gay. They got Porky Pig, their version of Pikachu, a gay Link.
I was just stealing shit from other people and just making,
SpongeBob.
like, this theme, but this.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah,
theme, but that.
SpongeBob shows up.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking silly. Looking over here too. So, like, yeah, these other shows, Mission Hill, Undergrads, Clone High. I don't know anything about these either. Like, this is Mission Hill right here. Doesn't look too bad.
That's my favorite show.
Yeah, it is. So, like, is it super adult, or is it just kind of like?
It
Rugrats
is
adults?
very adult in the sense that like they talk about gay relationships and they do hint towards like casual sex and pornography.
Mm-hmm.
But really, what this show did, and I think personally why it got canceled, it was too real for its time. The show's theme around is this animator who is part of the 90s generation. So like the kids that were like really starting to become adults around the mid 2000s and shit, and realized like the 90s party life was not going to continue for them, and just realizing how much of a shitty life situation they were going to get into. Because all these people were talking about how like in their high school years that like was the best. They talk about all the different like cultural stuff that was significant to them in the 80s and early 90s, and it's just a realization of just, oh yeah, we're adults now. Life fucking sucks, and like my friends are getting married, and like half my friends have crippling debt. The other half are just like complete scumbags and just money hungry. And like I thought, everyone was gonna be like, because he believed in the whole Generation X thing, that everyone's gonna be like lazabouts, just like slackers and shit. So like once he came to the realization, like all that was just kind of like cultural nonsense. The character is really one of the main characters is just having a mental breakdown, and then they have a younger character, which is the main character's brother, who lives with them, and he's essentially supposed to represent the mindset of the younger kids that were becoming adults around like the early 2000s. So like the ones that are 15, 13, so probably me and your generation.
Okay, yeah. But no, I mean, yeah, Mission Hill doesn't look too bad. As I said over here, I'm looking at this right now. And then another thing, too, it's Undergrads. This looks amazing. This is actually my favorite-looking one from all the 4 choices that Ryan put up there or whatever. But
why do they look like... Well, the one on the far right looks like a grown version of that one kid from Magic School Bus.
Well, the middle one looks like so many... Man, by the way, like, there's a lot of, like, white and black characters in some of these, like, kind of like teenager or, like, young adult cartoon shows that have like Latina get-ups a little bit. Like those khakis right there are those. They look like Dickies, to be honest. I mean, granted, they have like the cargo pocket, but like she looks so attitudey. Just like I can just imagine, like, hey, what the fuck are you looking at? Like
she looks like Nikki from 16.
Nikki from 16.
Like purple hair, baggy jeans.
Anytime
like
they want to make a
crop
Latina,
top.
they always got to give y'all weird color hair and make y'all tomboys. That's how you know it's Latina. Oh, and then y'all talk Spanish every like 5-6 words.
Yeah,
like fucking Dora.
By the way, I just want to say, Roxy, thank you. Nikki from 16, yeah, she looks exactly like that for sure. Soft touch, family
Jesus,
tackle.
that's not how you spell it.
No, it's 16s, not Nikki 16. Who the hell is that?
Nikki from 16, like I almost said the letter 6, for fuck's sake. The
We just
number
turned to Sesame
6,
Street.
and then the word teen.
Today's letter is 6.
Okay. I mean, you keep saying Nikki from 16, and I mean, I'm sorry, but like, someone's wrong. It ain't me.
Oh my.
Okay.
DA.
So put the 6 and the teen together, but replace the 6 with the actual number 6.
Okay, you guys realize that this is not making your show look good, too, right? It looks fun. There we go.
There you go.
Finally.
Well, since he's here, I'm gonna make the joke. Damn, Diaz, you can't read.
Yeah. By the way, too, like they spell it Nikki. Like they just want to put a bunch of K's in there, man. That's not cool either. This show's racist as fuck. I don't like it. I'm just saying, isn't Nikki 6 a porn star? Dude, you know what, dude? Like, I guess it might be because there was a girl that I used to date, and she always said, like, I'm Nikki 6, I'm Nikki 6. And I was like, who the fuck is that? And she, like, always smiled. I guess she wanted to be, like, a porn star. So that's pretty pathetic. And I could have sworn that was a guitarist for Van Halen. Is that, like, a Nikki 6? Is that...
The girl you were talking to wanted to be a guitarist like in Van Halen?
No, she was a slut, so I'm pretty sure it was a porn star.
Damn.
No, well, yeah, she was white. Anyways, no, this is the guy, Nikki 6. So maybe she wanted to be like him. Hey, look at that. He was from Kiss or Van Halen or something. I forgot what the fuck this dude's from. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Oh, Motley Crue. God damn, she has bad taste in music. Holy shit, Motley Crue's a fucking terrible band. Anyways,
What
but
song do they do?
fuck, I don't know. Every stupid ass like, but I'm down. It's white people yelling in bars.
Isn't Tommy Lee in that band, or is he in a different one?
You know what? The only thing I know Tommy Lee from is that he fucked that one chick on a sex tape. That's all. Like
I remember, I heard about the tape. I guess like his dick is so big that he could like drive like a boat with it or something.
Or maybe the boat's so easily controllable. You know, it could be like a steering wheel situation.
Or maybe the boat's small. I like.
Look, apparently he put his fucking pee-pee on the steering wheel of a fucking yacht in a sex tape.
People should talk about more like how sticky is his dick, because like you have to grip onto it to move it around. Like, you know, you can't just.
Nikki is one of Jet's figurines.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a thing. What? God,
Damn, you fucking stopped him.
No, I'm not giving no contest. That's fun. That's fun.
It's fun confusing absolutely everybody, including the people in the call.
You damn right. Look at you right now. You laughing right now.
Hey
I heard
guys,
that.
we've been podcasting for 5 years, by the way. Just want to let everybody know.
No, do you know about the figurines in the jar?
We talked about it several times.
No, in a call prior, like, you know.
No, we talked about it on the show before. I brought it up with Jet.
So there's
yeah, just please.
there's a different way. There's a couple of different ways that that joke can go. One, I absolutely do not stick figurines up my ass or my cooch or anywhere.
Why would
Basically,
that
when
get
you
that?
have basically with sticky figurines, like if you don't take figures out of the box after a certain long amount of time, they get this residue on there from being trapped on there. So when you actually do take figurines out of boxes, they're sticky. You have to
I like how
wash.
you went X-rated, not just like, yeah, I'm just like clumsy and I just got butterfingers, you know. I eat
But what else
chips
again
and
is
shit.
going to do with me
God,
having
you-
sticky
thought
There's
most
figurines?
another
innocent thing
reason
legit.
that you're forgetting, Chet. The
Oh,
figurines in the cum jar.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that's why ganja, that context is pretty good. And like, Jesus Christ, brother. Anyways, no, but
But
back
I mean,
to
if
fucking
you guys
Clerks.
learn about the sticky jars, I wouldn't recommend looking it up. But I mean, if you're that curious, just go ahead and type in like My Little Pony like cum jar.
See, and that's what you get with context. Nastiness, Diaz.
Well, I mean, we're trying to work with what we can. No, I will say, just really quick. Fucking, God damn, man. Fucking, I'm like growing like just like a fucking. I don't even know. Anyway, look. So, you know, once upon a time, she got some figurines and they were sticky, and we're like, what the fuck? And yeah, keep that in mind, people, when you buy like rip-off shit from Amazon. And
Figurines. I didn't get any sticky figurines.
The
With how
figurines
much you
and
fuck
Jet
with
are
me-
completely innocent in this situation.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's real anymore. Like, because another thing too is like, oh god damn, like, this is a fucking mental institution for a podcast. It really is.
Look,
Like,
all
what
I
the
know
fuck?
is my Jane Silent Bob figurine are stay unsticky, sir. I keep them very clean. No
So-
true
You,
hands,
you
no
don't
show
have any
happened-
figurines.
It's called a segue, baby.
Thank
Okay, I don't like Subway like that.
Oh, so yeah, but so this show happened and it sucks. So like, it's really fun. Yeah, no, I hate this fucking show. I really do. And yeah, it's awful. I think that, you know, like, it could have been a lot better if they would have did more shit around the show. And I do think that, like, in the 6th episode, they actually bring that up. Like, there's a whole episode where they make fun of themselves. They do self-deprecating humor, saying like, hey, like, you know, what the I don't even know how they say it, but they're just like, hey, like, the rest of the show is going to be happening inside of our restaurant, so don't get mad, or not restaurant, but our quick stop, so don't get mad that it's more like the show, or like the movie. But, like, it's not even like it, though, because, like, they have, like, apparently evil homosexuals across the street running through the fucking place. Like, you know, and, like, they have, like, this monkey joke. I don't know what's up with stoners and
Oh, I
monkeys.
fucking love the monkey jokes, man.
So is that why you like monkeys? Because they do this, and you think that because they're stoner keens that it's like, oh, they say monkey,
Man,
I say monkey.
Stoner's been hanging out with monkeys since Cheech and Chong days, man. Like that's been our fucking companions next to dogs that like chase their own tails when they fucking get hungry and shit.
And that's enough
beautiful.
information to let you guys know to stay away from drugs, because apparently that kind of shit happens, and it's like, yeah, high five, monkey. It's
Yeah,
like,
what's wrong with that? You get high, you hang out with monkeys. Who don't want to do that?
I mean, no. So the thing is, like, yeah, I hate that aspect of this too. And by the way, like, you know, in 2001, they actually fucking have like this monkey in Jane and Silent Bob Strike Back, and it's like I've heard the horror stories of having to work with a monkey, like as far as like, you know, having a trainer there, blah blah blah. All this extra money spent on just this stupid idea of like it's a monkey, and it just does monkey shit. Monkey see, monkey do. Like, it just, who gives a fuck? It's stupid. And then you have it animated into this. It's like, what is it like? I know it's obligatory. I know it might be funny for certain things, whatever the fuck, but like it's always like a thing that kind of gets in the way of just not only the humor but just the kind of movement from the show. It just doesn't make sense. Another thing too is like the Randall and Dante being gay thing and blah blah blah. It's like, you know, if I was gay and I'm watching a show, it would piss me off. And then if I'm straight and I'm watching this show, it's like, well, you keep bringing up gayness, and apparently I hate gay people, so grr, get this gay out of my show, but you guys keep bringing up the gay. So it's like you're dissatisfying both audiences. The people who hate gays, the people who are gays. They're both like, fuck this. This is annoying. The black stuff, not cool. The Asian stuff, every Asian has to talk like this. Oh, and you need to serve me. Da 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 da. It's like, what the fuck how did you guys get away with this? And are you surprised he didn't get a second season? I am so not surprised it didn't get a second season. It does not deserve one.
Did you forget the Mexican joke?
You know what's so fucked up, dude? Is like,
the burrito, yeah.
The burrito episode.
Yeah, I honestly pretty much forgot about that. Like, I remember they did something, and I was like, oh, that's dumb, and I rolled my eyes. But I was more upset by there wasn't more Mexican anything in here. Like, how much Mexican was in this show? Like 2 minutes?
Aside from the burritos, like that was pretty much it.
Yeah, it's like I hate to say this, but it's like I'm so offended that I wasn't included in the racism. Like, come on, like really? That's how. I don't know. It was strange to me. And when they do jokes like that, Roxy, do you feel like you kind of could already tell the joke before they said it? Because there's times where Jet was literally like, "Oh, it's about to get racist," you know.
Yeah, typical early 2000s white boy humor. That's the best way to sum it up, and some of it still continues on in the 2020s. But you gotta like, you picking up what I'm putting down when I say like white boy humor, where if it's racist, it's just like automatically hilarious.
Yeah, no, I mean that was a big thing for earlier on back then. But like I see how High did it, so I'm like, well, it's not just white; it's also black.
It was just the humor of the. For some reason, from 2001 to 2007, I blame the Bush years, personally, but. Damn, did we just not love our fucking racial stereotype jokes? Hell, even Dave Chappelle did that shit with his fucking Pixies.
Yeah, I mean, like, and it sucks because, like, I remember that being in the 90s and even, like, rap songs and shit, like, and I used to like it. So it's like, I don't know what it is that, like, now knowing all this shit and how it's affected people, or at least, I guess, the coolness factor of, like, realizing it and calling the shit out. It's made me look at shit like this that's bad, but then it's also in a situation where like, okay, take off the offense. Like, let's just come in here ready to laugh, blah, blah, blah. It's such an easy-ass joke to just say, like, hey, that Mexican, he has a burrito. Because Mexicans eat burritos. Like, okay, what the fuck? Or like, Asian, can't say English shit right. Yeah, because he's not fucking American, dummy. Like, that's the joke? The fact that he says shit incorrectly? Like, I don't know. But I'm going to just give my rating right now and just move on. 2 out of fucking 5. The only reason why I'm giving it a 2 is because, you know, there's a lot of hard work that the Clerks 1, Clerks 2, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, all that shit did to make these characters kind of pop. And, like, for me, there is moments where I think Randall's kind of funny. There is moments where I think Jay can do a couple things that are funny. And there's a lot of times I did laugh. But, like, Jesus Christ, dude. And, you know, this show did have a lot of balls. I mean, not to say that I give points for the racist shit, whatever the fuck, but, like, while this show was doing that kind of stuff, you know, Family Guy is like, hey, he's fat, he can't see his dick, ha ha ha. It's like, you know, I mean, shit.
See his penis $5. See his penis $5.
Yeah, I'll pay for it. I tried to do a Peter Griffin
That's actually pretty good, actually.
But,
not bad.
Yeah, dude, 2 out of 5 for me. Jet, how about you?
And going through this whole series, like, kind of with the trip, because I'm just like, this really does say that nostalgia is sometimes just a big fucking ass liar, because this show is almost painful to watch, especially as a person of color. Like, this sucked. Yeah. And like the thing is, the worst thing about the show was when they were being racist too. It's just like you could just feel it fucking coming. Mm-hmm. Like in I think episode 4, they literally go to, I almost called him fucking Leonardo again, Landon, just like, oh, how do we relate to this fucking like this whole black what's it called when they're like in court or whatever, like
black delegation. Oh no, like the black audience, like the black like it's a black court. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Like
all the black people in the fucking court. Oh, you gotta relate to them, and then I'm just like, oh, here it comes. At least if you're gonna be racist, at least make it clever and funny. At least make it clever and fucking funny. None of it was funny. It wasn't funny. I couldn't laugh like at all. It's just like, it's early 2000s. At least be clever with it to like be like, oh, okay, that was funny. I know I don't. At least I don't have to deal with this shit again going forward. But god damn it, it was fucking painful. And all the fucking cutaway jokes were some of the worst cutaways cutaway humor I've seen in a long fucking time. This shit was worse than Family Guy, because at least with Family Guy, you at least laugh once in an episode with their cutaway jokes. With this, it was just lazy. Like, Family Guy has some lazy cutaway jokes, but in this one, they were just extremely fucking lazy. And when they weren't doing cutaway jokes, they were just doing jokes that just did not land at all. I feel like this was really affected by being just PG and not rated R, like it should have been, just like the original Clerks. Mm-hmm. Like all the nerd humor and stuff too also didn't work, because I think back then when I first watched this, it was just kind of like, okay, like this is way too smart for me. This is why I like it. Grow up, us. This wasn't too smart for me at all. I was just young, stupid.
Yeah, that's what I felt too. Like, am I fucking stupid for liking this back then? Like, because I remember being very like, I'm not too different than I was back when I was 12. Trust me, I'm a fucking child. But like, watching it back then, I laughed my ass off at this back in the day. Like, I thought this shit was hilarious. So it's just.
I think what it was is like, because you brought it up perfect earlier. We've grown up with more adult humor in our shows. So to see something like this that's kind of almost on the level of like the Flintstones with maybe a little bit more edge, it doesn't hit well. It doesn't have the same tune. So I don't feel like you're wrong, or you and Jet are wrong for like being like, damn, this didn't age at all, because I felt the same way. The only thing to me that aged actually pretty well of an episode was their Trapped in the Freezer episode, where they're constantly being really meta about everything.
Wait, well, what'd you say? Cause
they have an episode where they get trapped in the freezer. Uh-huh. And they're constantly doing these flashbacks where nothing really fucking happened, and they're just making shit up and as they go along, and it's like very meta about certain things. And I thought that was actually really interesting. I thought that was a fun episode, and I really laughed at some of the jokes, especially when it ended him as an old man talking about characters that didn't exist, that weren't there, that went off to die in Vietnam and shit. Mm-hmm. I thought that was funny. But again, that was like the only episode that was like ahead of their time. Everything else just felt like, yep, you definitely came around in 2001, 2002.
Yeah. But Jet, what would you rate this though? Just, all in all, like looking at this fucking thing that we had to sit through numerous hours for.
So the thing is, like, I guess some jokes were kind of clever. And, like, this show never got a ha 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 out of me, but it did get a little sensible chuckle, like, mm-hmm. Just a little, But with that, like, I guess I could give it like a 2 out of 5. I guess, because would I say they were trying? Well, I guess they were trying to put a whole bunch of movie references in there. Like, of course, I mean, the original Clerks did that, but it's whatever. I'll give it a 2 out of 5, just like you.
Okay, how about you, Roxy?
Well, for me, there were definitely certain moments where I did laugh and have like little chuckles, like little teehees. But then, for me, it's more so interesting to kind of pick back at like all the things that we saw in like rose-colored glasses, and then to look back and kind of like dissect it a little bit and just see what was like the standard for comedy at the time, and just how we've either grown or fallen back, or where we improved and where we still need to improve from where we're at now. And it's like a time capsule for me. So it starts like, I don't know, for me it starts like a train of thought where I start thinking about all the other things that I used to like growing up, and how it's grown from where it was then to how it is now, and where they've fallen. And this was definitely a fall. Yeah. Maybe at the time it was a big step going from like the movies to more like mainstream television, being on like a big network. I can't remember which one it was, ABC. Fox, one of those. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So from being like going to movies and then being in like how many millions of homes, being on a major network, I'm sure like definitely Kevin Smith had like a lot of plans for this, and I'm definitely sure he had like his own versions of it. And it really sucks that ABC had to like restrict him and kind of put him in like a little box to work with. Mm-hmm. So I was really hoping to see where his mind would kind of take us on new journeys, new experiences, maybe something fun along the way. But, being a person of color, like how Jet mentioned, this is rather painful to watch. Yeah. And I get it. They kind of joke at it like, yeah, we're pretty white. But they still stay within that same lane. They don't try to grow a little bit. So if they had tried to grow a little bit, I would have cut them a little bit more slack, but I still like Jay and Silent Bob. I still like the View Askew Universe, however you say it.
Mm-hmm. Askeverse.
Asverse, whatever.
Fucking
So
dank
I still
Weavers.
have those parts of things that I like and things that I would love to see continued. Maybe if they bring it back, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a chance to just see like how they would do it with a little more creative freedom, but it sucks. But I'm gonna give this like a 2, 1.52 around that range out of 5, which is pretty much a letdown for me.
Yeah, I'm Ganja. You, Mr. Stoner, in the call, man. Yeah.
What's up, bro?
No, what would you rate this, man, overall? Any last comments?
Honestly, I'm torn between a 2 and a 3. The reason I'm torn between the 2 is the 2 is recognizing all the faults that comes with the series and how dated the humor comes from. The reason I'm tempted to give it a little bit higher review is because of the nostalgia factor, and then I know how much this is dated. So I'm not going to hold like modern sensibilities against it, because at the end of the day, hell, this is when about the time Carlos Mencia was about to become on the air networks, and everyone loved the fuck out of that dude. So this is probably like the worst time period to try to judge his humor for what's going on in terms of sensibility and like progressive politics. But the reason I'm very another reason I'm very lenient towards it is that those couple episodes were very meta, and they felt like they would have been done today. But there were so many more episodes that were just filled with nonsense and just like dated references or humor or stuff that honestly, if you didn't have any kind of like historical knowledge of the time period, you wouldn't get. And let's be honest, that's kind of what dates a lot of shows. And the reason we don't watch a lot of comedies from like the 40s or 50s, because we're not going to get who they're fucking talking about unless they're notable figures. So honestly, again, I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5.
Okay, 2.5 out of 5. Now, see what we said about that fucking thing. Going on to another bit bounty of what people gave us. There's a ton of movies back in the day that pissed me off, but sometimes I can get frustrated just through a premise, and that's essentially what happened here. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to like something like this. Josie and the fucking Pussycats over here.
Josie and the Pussycats.
So is that how the song really goes?
Yeah.
I didn't even know, because they didn't play it till the fucking credits. So that was something that Joe was like, how fucking dare you? Joe was mad as fuck about that shit.
Hey, is it worse than what they were portrayed on fucking Riverdale?
Well, that's the thing, yeah, because I want to bring that up too, and that's a way later on discussion to be having. But like, as far as this goes, this was directed by Harry Elfron, who's directed Can't Hardly Wait and wrote The Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas. I'm about to say Viva La Bam and shit. But also Deborah Kaplan, who apparently has worked on literally every single thing that Harry Elfron has worked on and wrote and directed and everything. So it's kind of strange to see that, wow, like these two people are always kind of fucking working together. I don't know if they're married. I wish we had done some more research in that sense. But yeah, like they've worked on all these things together. So you feel like
something like what's his name, Tim Burton, and Helen Bonham Carter, and Johnny Depp. They just probably fit each other's aesthetics so well.
Possibly. I mean, I really do think that if it is a romantic thing, that's actually a pretty cool thing. And I'm jealous for them being able to work together and do all this shit. But the thing is, though, is that, this movie came out back in 2001. It's starring Rachel Leigh Cook, Rosario Dawson, Tara Reid, Gabriel Mann, Alan Cumming. And, dude, by the way, his last name is spelled like the orgasm. Like Cumming. Like, yeah, I thought that was weird. It's like, that's a horrible fucking last name. If you have a last name like that, you should probably fucking, like, change it. Or change the spelling at least. Like, put a K there or something. I think that's kind of uncomfortable. And he plays our main villain, by the way. But anyways, for me, I think that, there's a lot of people in here that might actually like something like this. And when the movie started off, I will say there's something kind of funny. And I still don't even know the official word on this is. But, like, I named up all those people that are in this movie. And there's even more. There's a lot more. But someone looked familiar to Jet, and she literally looked this up. And Jed, I'm going to ask you, even though I was in the call with you when you looked this up, I still don't know if that particular person's in this movie. You want to tell him what it is and tell him the final word on whether or not he's actually in this?
No, it's definitely Seth Green.
Yeah, good old Seth Green. So he's in this for sure? Or where did you look that said he wasn't in here?
Like, I was on my phone and I typed in the movie and then pressed cast, and then I couldn't find him. Maybe I was scrolling too fast, but I was just like, where the fuck is he at?
Yeah, because this okay, so now that I'm looking at him in this picture, he's definitely in this fucking movie. I'm gonna put Josie, Josie and the Pussycats, and you guys can see him in the fucking thing. He's like part of the boy band, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here he is right here going, "Durr, look at me, I'm stupid." I thought this was somebody else. I thought it was the guy from fucking Scream. The super
Yeah,
nerd.
see, like, that's where I was second guessing myself, just like, that sounds
Oh,
like
Jamie
that
Kennedy.
thing.
Jamie Kennedy. Yeah, I thought it was Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to ask, because I was about to say, is that Jamie Kennedy?
Nah, Jamie Kennedy right now is getting shit on because he's like in a right-wing movie about anti-abortion.
Oh, man.
Dude.
Yeah, he plays like a Jewish racial stereotype, like all the way down to like doing the handshake thing.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I mean, it was just funny. Like, I don't understand how at this point in the world of the internet, and especially movies that have anniversary birthdays coming up and everything, how do we get someone this popular and like it's incorrectly like documented, like that he wasn't in the movie? Then in the other ways he
Because
is.
he's only in there for like 5 minutes, I guess.
That's still
Like this
counts.
ain't worth a fucking credit.
Yeah, like that's so weird, especially
Maybe
being
his
Family Guy
paycheck
fame.
was stipend like that. Like, hey, we're not gonna give you credit fees, but we'll give you like a fucking like a half a paycheck. I'll do it, bro. I'm desperate.
Yeah, but the thing is though, and this is where you can bring up what you're going to bring up, because I didn't know this beforehand, by the way, but this apparently is based on the comics that are part of the Archie universe. Now,
How'd you miss it? They literally say in dialogue. Why are you here? Oh, because I'm from the comics.
oh, okay, I thought that was like a stupid joke. Because by the way, keep in mind, like if I'm watching Jay and Silent Bob and Clerks and all this stupid shit, and everyone can't get their fucking the comic book dicks out of their mouth. It was like, okay, maybe there's a reference to comic books just because. And then they even bring in Riverdale in this, and Jet was like laughing, like, yeah, fuck Riverdale. And I was like, oh, but there's probably a place called Riverdale. It's not actually the Riverdale, but apparently it is.
No, it is the Riverdale. Like Josie and the Pussycats exist in the same town, but the problem is, it's like it does a lot of reference to the comic book series, but this kind of felt more like a tween movie. Like this could have, I'm pretty sure this was a double feature with like Toy Soldiers.
Yeah, pretty much. I can actually definitely see that. But yeah, but like, I mean, here's the thing. Like for me, anything that's coming from the Riverdale area, that river, I don't know what you call it, the river universe or like riververse. Like I don't even know. But like, I don't like anything I've seen from there, especially like Sabrina the Teen Witch, the new one that came out, and Riverdale itself. I don't like that shit either. And yeah, I mean, all that shit just kind of bothers me. Archieverse, there you go, Ryan. Thank you. So me, I just mentally throw up when I watch shit like that, but I didn't get that here. But the Pussycats in this movie have apparently no family, no friends, no employers, and are just free to just put all their time and energy into this fucking band that they're doing. And it's kind of funny because when the movie starts, we get like a little bit of a sight on like what a boy band's like and how like their popularity is in this world, this pop music world. And then they just end up dying. Like they're in a fucking plane, and like this came out like a couple of years after Leah died. Mm-hmm. And the first thing that came to mind was like, "Ooh, you probably shouldn't be making that joke movie. Like, what the fuck?" Like, But right away,
we do what the fuck we want.
But so really quick, when it got into that whole thing with like, the music and then yay, and everyone's freaking the fuck out. Did you think it was like, okay, this is how it's like, or do you think it was a little cartoony, considering the fact that we grew up where Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were around, etc.?
Honestly, I thought this was a little cartoony, but again, it's a portrayal of like the early 2000s. Again, both of these movies come around the same time period, so I don't fucking doubt it. Like again, Spice World was a fucking movie thing.
Oh yeah,
and it kind of takes a lot of the same aesthetics from Spice World. So right down to like the little friendship shit they do with the whole our bus passes, so we don't forget who we come from.
Yeah, but after we see the boy band disappear into this fucking plane crash or whatever, we find out that the reason why this happened is because it was brought onto them by this evil villain played by Alan Cumming, as I brought up earlier, called Wyatt Flame. And this guy hams it up to
looked like a very greasy John Oliver to me.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Now that we're actually here and I'm not watching the movie right now, I'm going to look up John Oliver. Because when he said that to me in the call, I was like, huh? But,
I kept seeing a fucking Loki, an ugly Loki.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
But this is John Oliver right here. And then let me look up Alan Cumming. So let me just go back over here. Alan Cumming. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Let me see this picture. Yeah, I can see it. Look at that. That's actually pretty funny.
Jizz in my pants.
And by the way, like, dude, come on. Like, I don't have no problem with people having arm hair, especially dudes. But it's like, dude, like, he's like, look at me. I got eyeliner on. Look at my fucking hairy underarms. Like, come on, dude.
Sexy.
And by the way, quick aside, I fucking hate John Oliver. I cannot stand. Look at his stupid fucking hair over here. I wish I could slap those fucking glasses right out of his doofy fucking face. But anyways, that'll be my like. You know how like you hate Jimmy Fallon? I hate this guy. You know,
it's that nerd aesthetics, man. Like he knows he should be bullied.
and every fucking word he says, like there's this new guy called Gutfeld, whatever the fuck. And like I hate like that cocky, like every single joke or any single like comeback is like the sarcastic, like, well, that's not what she said when this something happened. It's like you're so safe right now. I wish you say that shit to my fucking face. So yeah, John Oliver's definitely that kind of guy. Jed, do you like John Oliver at all? Do you have anything against him like I do?
I haven't watched him like since he left the Daily Show. So I mean, I liked him on the Daily Show. I don't really know what to think about him on his own show.
Think about that really hard though, Jed. Look into those crackhead eyes you got right there. Just like really, just look deep. Like
I don't want to.
You have a problem with me, huh, Jed? You want to start talking some shit, huh? Is that what you want to do, huh?
He doesn't even sound like that. He's just very British. Why is he suddenly?
I don't know. It's just the eyes. I was trying to do a voice for the eyes, and eyes don't even talk, so I don't know.
Like he's like you're making him sound like he's about to say, "Do you like jazz?
You like jazz? Hey, how you doing? You like bad fucking TV shows? Huh?
You like the sound of that good shit in your ear.
Oh, you're gonna love this movie. I'm Alan, I'm coming. No, by the way, really terrible fucking name though. Seriously, I know I said that already, but like, come on, Alan Cumming, perverted, disgusting. I hate it. But moving on though, this dude, like I said, completely fucking hams it up, and it's really ridiculous to the point where like it's hard to even make fun of this shit. It's just like, oh come on, like really, are we fucking going there? But believe it or not, there's not a lot to this movie. Like that's pretty much all it is. Like once upon a time, Josie falls in love with the white guy with the guitar because hey, if she's not doing that, then what's the point of even having white girls in your movie? What's the point of her even breathing? You got to fall in love
what's
with the guy
the point
with the
of
guitar.
living?
Yeah, it's you know another trope of the 2000s, like white girl there. Oh my God, look at him! He has long hair and a guitar. I guess I'll fuck him. So that's kind of ridiculous. And he's singing, and it's like really bad singing. On that tune, Jet, like did that kind of I don't want to say distract you, but like was that a point where you're like, okay, this shit's getting hard to watch. This motherfucker singing this corny ass guitar and blah blah blah. Was that an issue for you?
They love having these types of people in these fucking movies. It's just like, like kind of like some loner dude who actually has a soft heart who plays guitar, and I guess is in love with the main character because she's different. Yeah, she's different. She fucking can fix cars and shit. And then like he starts actually playing on his guitar and just like, man, this dude really sucks. I guess the secret in these movies is to get girls to just have a fucking guitar and look like a sad little white boy.
Yeah, no, apparently, which is just fucking weird. But Roxy, do you have an issue with that at all?
With guys with guitars?
No, like the guy in the guitar in the movie. When he's
Guys with guitars, yes. Because more often than not, they're man whores. Okay. Including my coworker.
Yeah, but the guy in the guitar in the movie, though. Like, did you have an issue with him at all?
They do be horny.
The guys are horny. It's like, is that any different than
like they're like a different like league.
It's a different breed of horny.
Okay, just so you know, guys, I know it's another Fox News Nick situation, but I don't give a shit.
Here we go.
Like, it's one of those situations where it's like, oh yeah, they're actually hunting those guys with guitars. It's like they're sitting there playing guitar, and the girls are like, oh my God, you move your fingers through 3 frets on the guitar. I guess I'll fuck you then. I'm telling you, as a guy who plays guitar, and I like guitar because I fucking love the sound of guitar and the way it feels. I've gotten so much pussy thrown at me for just playing a couple of fucking notes. I'm sorry, and I wasn't trying to get girls with a guitar. I'm just playing. Or if I tell somebody like, hey, you play any instruments? I play guitar. Oh my God, that's so hot. It's like, it's a fucking guitar. You can get one, sweetheart. You can go to Guitar Center and buy one. It's like fucking $70.
Well, here's the thing, like they know they can get a whole bunch of them by playing guitar. That's why they do it. That's why they're horny.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even need to even know how to play guitar to basically get girls going. They just gotta fucking hold and string a little bit.
Lips of an Angel, which is about cheating.
Lips of an Angel.
That doesn't even sound like that, dummy. The thing is,
well, look at the fucking "You're Beautiful" effect by James Blunt. That song is about a dude who's fucking tripping balls on a subway, and people have the fucking audacity to play that at their wedding and act like it's fucking romantic.
So
no,
I
it's
don't get to
fucking
play it?
not.
I don't get to play it.
no.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I said no because like all things, I'm his baby in these situations. Like, hey Nick, at our wedding, or can I play it? No. And then she's like, yeah, both weddings. Fuck that song. I hate it. But no, dude, I gotta tell you, like, I just think that, like, you know, I mean, we'll just disagree, I guess. But it's like, you know, girls throw themselves. Same thing. Like, I don't know how this feels, but like, I bet if I was good at basketball and I had the 6 abs and I'm playing, it'll be some fucking stupid thing where it's like, basketball players like to fucking fuck a lot. It's like, no, I'm playing basketball. Why are the cheerleaders just standing there? They're just standing there.
I mean, you're half right. They also love to cheat a lot.
Yeah. Well, I quit. He's cold, apparently.
I'm dying because Diaz is really trying.
Yeah, you know how football players are
It's
monogamous?
getting cold out here for a pimp.
And don't beat their wives? No.
You know who else is monogamous? Fucking actors, man. You know, they're the most monogamous.
I know. Like, where's it gonna stop? Like, you know who else really wants to use their dick? Plumbers. They just sit there working on sinks, and then they get their dick sucked.
Hey, don't get me started on the milkman.
You know who's really wholesome? Youth pastors at church. Especially the marriage groups that they have. Fucking wholesome, dog.
Ain't nothing bad happened there, man.
Hey,
Not at all.
By the way, you know who actually really legitimately is, like, wholesome as fuck? Mailman.
Mr. Rogers.
No, oh, man, he been
No,
pounding pussy like
No.
They deliver way more than packages, sir.
What mailman? We talking about the regular, like, go, like, straight up goes in your mailbox, put mail in there, or like FedEx delivery drivers?
Look, my search is a porn. I will say there's no mailman porn. There's none out there. They don't do shit.
Because FedEx drivers are horny, and they are
okay, half the time to drop the package at the fucking door and leave. What are you talking about?
They're quick.
They're on a
Get
time
in there,
crunch.
you can get out.
They got a time crunch too. They got fucking Doug Heffernan's fucking boss on the phone like, hey, you gotta get paid in the house. You got another fucking... He's like, I'm sorry, I'll be right there. They don't got time to fuck. Mailmen, the USPS, the ones who deliver package all late and shit all the time.
Oh, like, they deliver packages all right.
Yeah. Well,
UPS drivers are also thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, by the way, I'm just saying, like, you know,
If he's a FedEx driver, if he works for fucking Sprint, if he's a barber, a DJ, he's a thought.
Oh shit, Boost.
Meanwhile, look at these
If he
evil
works
ass
at
women.
Boost Mobile, he's
fuck
either
yeah.
a
Look at these evil ass
thought
women.
or old
She's
as fuck.
crawling at the penis right now. She's like, "Huh? Do you do anything? You're good at your job, huh?" Yeah.
You work
that's
at
what
Boost
she's doing.
Mobile?
Dude, you know how much ass I've gotten over editing? No, I'm just playing.
I thought you said how much you got over Boost Mobile. I was like, you worked that there?
Oh,
I'm learning new shit every day.
I'm gonna be honest.
If you work at Boost, you're either like the biggest hoe on the face of the earth or you're old as fuck.
no, you know
There
what's
is
funny?
no in between.
No, oh man, I hate to say this. No one's
Did you
fucking
work at a
watching.
Boost Mobile?
He's
No.
about to snitch. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Out.
No, but I will say, I'm not such myself with anybody to call. Like, you know, Jet will slide me some paper. I don't give a shit. It's all good. But like the chat, I don't want anyone to be like, oh, hey, if I worked there, I must mean I'm ugly. Sorry, but sometimes I gotta tell you the truth, dude.
If he works with shoes, like at Foot Locker, he's a thought.
But I will tell you, so a good indicator to see if a branch is actually up to par with what they should be, check out the people working there. There is, at Boost Mobile, I'm sorry, Jet, I tell you everything, okay? So I'm just being honest. They got some fine-ass chicks working at Boost Mobile. Meanwhile, they don't know shit about numbers. They can't count the fucking money. They can't get my fucking phone started. They can't fucking do this, can't do that, can't do this. And it's like, oh, it's because you're fucking gorgeous. That's why you work here. That's why your company is a big piece of shit. Because y'all just sit around being fucking fine all day. Well, my shit don't work. I can't even call my fucking mom on Mother's Day. Like, I'm just saying, it's bullshit. So Boost Mobile, if you want to go in there, look at the phone.
You say that about the women, but the guys are the exact fucking same.
Same thing.
Like,
They go in there, they got their high fade, and they're looking all good. They got muscles. Why do you need muscles for fucking phones? A fat guy can do the exact same fucking job. Why doesn't he get the job? No, because you go in there with your big ass dick.
What?
What?
Last time I checked, your dick on the table.
You fucking go out there with your meat swinging in between your legs at a Boost Mobile? What? What?
No, I'm
These
just
guys
saying
are
though.
some real
But
insecurity.
you got some fucking dudes in there that's good looking too, and like they're like, oh, what's up? How you
I'm
doing?
apparently.
Dude, I wish I was a manager at Boost Mobile. I would hire ugly motherfuckers all day. Just like, hey, come over here. Hey, you got no teeth? Get in. Come in. I bet
All these
you know some
motherfuckers
shit.
with little dicks.
Well, I wouldn't do a dick test. Oh, well.
They'll be ugly, but they'll still be thoughts.
They'll be
No, they
hung.
won't, because no one's gonna get pussy at Boost Mobile. It's like they just screwing people over all day. Like, yes, it's gonna be another surcharge. What the fuck? Like, how do you turn that into like, you want to fuck me? It's like you've already fucked me. I'm paying $100 for a piece of shit phone. So, anyways, yeah. I have issues with companies, by the way, guys, in case you didn't know. But anyways, back to these fucking evil ass hoes on this Josie Pussycats. I'm just playing. These two are not evil. I can't even remember. They all look the same to me. Sorry, once again. God damn, I gotta do a lot of apologies.
I will say this though, Missy Pyle. I've never seen her play a wholesome role. She always plays like really slutty roles or really bitchy roles. Mm-hmm. There is no in between.
Yeah, and I don't even know too much about her, but I feel like everybody in here, I was expecting something out of, like, you're going to be the slut, you're going to be the one who's going to deal with, like, racial undertones or blah, 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 you're going to be the one who does this. No one acted like how I thought they were going to act. Like, I got to be honest, like, the movie, like, got me, like, I don't know, I feel like I wasn't predicting shit like I probably normally would have. Did you feel that way, Ella Jet? Did you feel like this movie kind of, like, didn't do the typicals, even at the same time still doing the typicals?
That's a weird way to put it, but I think I know where you're coming from. It's just like you expected them to maybe like play some sort of stereotype, but they don't. They're just kind of bland and there.
Yeah, like I expect this shit out of the Josie and Pussycats. Like, I'm like, okay, well, they're gonna have like this big blowout breakup, but it's like they don't have a breakup. They just have like they're just wondering like, hey, maybe some like I mean, conflict happens. It's a fucking movie, but it's just it goes in that direction. And then like with Alan Cumming. Like, there's shit that he does where I'm like, okay, you're the villain, but it gets so cartoony that I didn't predict what happens. And it's like, all right, like, I've been watching a lot of movies.
He really looks like, just like a greasy John Oliver.
That too, but he also looks like Alan when, right when he's out of the shower.
Damn, looking mad greasy.
Just Alan comes out like, just, hey, I saw this paper right here where you're talking shit about me on the internet.
We were definitely talking about how greasy you were. I mean, how beautiful and handsome.
Yeah, Alan's gonna show the screen like this guy's showing that paper tomorrow in the call. And be like, hey, Alan, how's it going, buddy? How'd you been doing? He's like, yeah. So on the stream right here, you called me a greasy motherfucker.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, no, but our Alan is Alan not so Cumming. This guy's definitely Alan Cumming, and I will say that like his character is really cartoonish.
Alan's more like Alan Drydick.
There you go. Yeah, that's essentially what I was going for. Yeah. But here, I think that this dude is like, if you get so crazy cartoony, it kind of makes the movie better because it's like, dude, what the fuck is this guy gonna do next? Like, this shit is like lower than WWE levels of stupidity. Like, this is like really, really
like,
awful.
Maybe, like, I didn't feel like anyone really did like an outstanding performance in this. It's just like, I guess like with this movie, if they're gonna be cartoony, be extra cartoony. No one really felt extra cartoony. They just felt kind of... They wanted to be cartoony, but at the same time, they were holding back, like, a fucking lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel the same way in certain areas with other characters, but him, I think they really squeezed out all the fucking juice from that fruit of craziness. I think. I mean...
I feel like they could have done a lot more with him, like, to make, like... They really could have went, like, straight up super fucking goofy with this fucking dude, but I feel like it unlocked potential. Not unlocked potential. Wasted potential. Wasted potential.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, I can say that it could have been worse as far as like the entire movie is concerned. Like, that's the frustrating thing with this is that, like, with the other shit we reviewed from like 2001 lately, I've had to say like, this movie's so dull that it doesn't become offensive. Blah blah blah, like with maybe like one of those movies, and here it's definitely the case because it isn't offensive. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's not super duper long. It's constantly moving. It's always doing something where, I think that other movies kind of like stay in a certain bit of like, hey, like the movie's about this thing, so we got to stick here. And this movie, it's like, yeah, we're Josie and the Pussycats, but like just that title alone, we just had to be Josie and some Pussycats. We don't have to do like, there's no like really big goal here. There's no climax that we have to like for sure do. And I think that's a pretty cool thing. Everyone seems to be having a good time making a movie, like, I don't know. I feel like this movie, because they have bloopers at the end of the movie, and it's something I really liked about, like, comedies around this time, where it's like, you just see everyone, like, just, it's some goofy shit for them, too. They're just having a good time. It's like watching a long-ass YouTube video where people are just doing some stupid shit.
That's probably would have been a YouTube series back in the day if it was around.
Yeah, no, for sure. I also think that none of the girls here are over the top of their typical girly, oh my gosh, kind of shit. Like, a lot of them have, a great amount of screen time, which is kind of cool. And while the music wasn't good, it wasn't terrible for me. I was expecting to hate the fuck out of the music. And even that guy playing was like annoying, but like it's like bad for a minute and it's gone, and it's like okay, cool. And there is a couple songs here where I was like bopping my head, like it's all right, it's okay. But yeah, it's not a great movie, and it's for an audience for back then. So hey, they gotta. Yeah, they would have got everything they wanted if they were actually excited to see this movie. And the people that got tagged along with them to see the movie would have got something out of it too, especially with like some fight scene stuff. There's a lot of product placement, but it's almost like funny how much product placement's in the movie. But yeah, I give this a 2 out of 5, one step beneath average, because I feel like if you're not actively pissing me the fuck off, I can't be mad at you. So yeah, 2 out of 5. It's not average. It's less than. But, I mean, if you have to watch with somebody or if you have a girlfriend that wants to watch with you, like, yeah, check it out. But, Jet, how about you? What would you rate this, slight pile of shit?
I'll just go ahead and give my rating real quick. I'd go with a 2 out of 5, like, as well. The thing is, like, this movie is just very, very bland to me. Like, I usually I laugh with 2000s movies, at least, like, if they're really stupid and fun, I'll laugh at least like 10 times. With this, I got like, there's some quotations, smart moments in too, especially around the end when they was kind of just bringing up stuff, and I get like subliminal messages and she's like, oh, okay, you got a little sensible chuckle out of me.
Yeah.
But no, like the main characters were like boring as fuck. Like even the ones who like really stupid blonde. Like, usually those characters are at least a lot of fun. This like, they didn't really go all out with her like they should have. Same thing with Rosario Dawson. I feel like they could have did more with her. And even, like, the girl who plays fucking Josie is just bland, not like other girls type. Just, I don't think I liked anyone in this movie, especially... Oh, sorry, I was reading the chat. I saw Corey and like something about Edgewater.
Yeah,
but
by the way, I felt like you probably thought you read, because I kind of heard you, and also too I saw this myself, because the letter's really small for me. I thought Ryan said Corey just shitted on you and James.
I was like wondering, I didn't want to admit like, yeah, that sounds like what the fuck, like
there's doodle everywhere.
Like that's where that smell's coming from. No, and E-Mike, by the way, he says, hey, Double Toe Suspender from YouTube. I'll talk about that right after we give all of our ratings for the movie. So stick around there, E-Mike, and then you'll hear all about it. But I'm pretty sure Corey's talking about it too. And maybe we'll give a more precise version of it. But anyways, Jack, continue on.
Okay, but yeah, I didn't really like anyone in this movie. I feel like they didn't really give it their all like they should have. Because like in this movie, I feel like since they're already going like this like the stupid route, they could have went like extra stupid with it, but they didn't. Mm-hmm. They didn't. A lot of the characters were just plain just not needed to, like Josie's, like quotations, friend, soon-to-be boyfriend shit. Like he had no place in this movie whatsoever. If you took him out, that wouldn't have changed shit. The only reason they put him in there so like they wouldn't think the Josies like were in lesbians with each other.
Probably, yeah. Actually,
yeah.
I think about that, yeah.
That's literally the only reason why they put him in there, because he didn't contribute to shit. I even forgot he was in there most of the time. Like, there's a point where we were watching this at the end, it's like, damn, like, how, like, what happened to him? I guess they just threw him to the side. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Oh, okay. Why are you here? But,
why are you here?
Yeah, I want to know, why the fuck are you here?
Like, who's your daddy and what does he do?
No, but it was one of those things too that's just kind of like, yeah, like, are you here just for the musical parts, for you to do this like romantic thing that it's not even necessary? It is strange.
They need their sad boy, white boy with the guitar, I guess, for these types of movies. But no, it's just I wish I could have had more fun with this movie. I really do wish. Like even like the songs, they didn't really hit for me. Except for the one that plays during the credits, which is their staple song. Why the fuck would you put your staple song in the fucking credits and not be like the song that they play literally at the end when they're all like doing their big fucking concert? Like that doesn't make sense to me. Why would you not have your staple song somewhere during the fucking movie? You put it in the credits? Like, come on now. The rest, like, there's a couple of your songs. You're just like, okay, you're almost there. Nope. As the song goes on, it's fucking terrible. The Josie song is actually pretty good. You should have fucking used that. Why would you not use your fucking most famous staple song? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's titular too, so it's like, yeah, that should be a theme throughout the movie. And they play a song numerous times throughout the movie that's not that song, so it's like, okay.
Josie in the Pussycats.
Well,
God
okay.
damn it.
I hate that song. But like, even when you did it right now, I was like, oh, that's probably why. Yeah, it fucking sucks.
But yeah, it's a 2 out of 5 for me.
2 out of 5 for you, Roxy. What'd you rate this fucking thing? Any last comments?
If you want me to be honest, I felt like the fucking monkey inside the plane throughout this entire movie. The only fucking thing that I really enjoyed, and it's one of my guilty pleasures, I like makeover montages. I love seeing like how they get their hair done, all the different outfits. I love that shit. That shit's great. Fucking can't get enough of that. I love fashion. I love makeovers. But aside from that, everything else, you knew where the money came from because there was a product in your face literally every frame of the fucking movie.
Even in the trailer too. I've never seen product placement in trailers, but like, yeah, they got Pringles and shit in there. It's like,
my favorite was the Target room.
Yeah, they had fucking Rosario Dawson in like a fucking Target room holding the fucking Target dog. Like, okay, come on now. Yeah. There's one scene where MTV.com was like literally like straight on the back fucking wall. They got Sega everywhere. It's just like, god damn.
The bathroom scene before they like sign the record deal, literally when all the fucking boys get into their fucking private plane, why is Target plastered all throughout the entirety of the plane?
Yeah, no, it does not make fucking sense at all. By the way, is this thing continually okay? Because I'm doing something in the background for Corey really quick. So if the screen turns black, make sure to let me know, guys.
Okay.
Yep.
But the thing is, though, is like, yeah, like as far as the product placement, it's like I'm okay with product placement sometimes, but like here it's completely like it's like they're unaware that they're making it that obvious, which is kind of weird. But I can see some of the things that you've liked there, Roxy. But as far as the characters go, did you feel any different about that stuff, as far as quality wise?
I got sad when I saw Tara Reid because I know she has an eating disorder. And she is very rail thin if you look her up now. But you could see, like, to just put it out there smallly, I've had a couple eating disorders in the past. There's certain things that you can see visually and pick up on. And I was sad to notice those things in Tara Reid. But in terms of that was something that just popped up. But in terms of, like, seeing her character, she reminded me of, like, Bubbles, like the Powerpuff Girls. Mm-hmm. Like, really ditzy, but just with a hint of slut, I guess.
Hint of slut.
Just a touch of the whole.
Like, maybe this is where they got the fucking inspiration for, like, the new Bubbles fucking Powerpuff Girls show that was supposed to come out. Maybe this is where they got it from. Yeah, it's just Bubbles, just with a hint of slut. Little zest.
Little zest of hoe.
But I will say this. I can tell Rosario Dawson was having, like... She wasn't trying at all. But the little bits that, like, you saw her, like, perk up a little bit, you knew she was having a little bit of fun. And I like her as a person and characters just in movies. So I enjoyed little bits and pieces of it. But this was a fucking...
chore.
Meh. It felt like a chore, and then just the fucking, like, dumb jokes. Like, when Ditzy Bubbles was just holding up a sign like, honk if you love pussy! Cats!
Like,
I heard the fucking Price is Right, like, losing sound.
Yeah.
In my brain when I fucking saw that shit. Certain moments, like, made my fucking eyes roll in the back of my head. I don't have a prostate, but I would much rather get, like, a prostate exam.
Wait, so you don't have a prostate?
Go through this again. No. Women don't have prostates, DS.
Okay. Sorry. I was just wondering. Legitimately, guys, like, I know because you know, like, I'm a fucking idiot, and maybe some people don't really remember, but like, yeah, I thought women had a prostate. Don't don't judge me. You know, I'm not supposed to know all these things.
Well, anyway. There's still a lot of guys who still think girls pee out of their vaginas.
Yep.
Oh,
fuck. Don't tell me.
And there's also other guys who think that a tampon goes in the clit.
I had to educate him on this one too. DS, there's a hole within the hole.
No, yeah, no, that part.
Did you really think that they peed out of their vaginas?
Look, because we get terms, right? Like we get really confused on terms, like what are things called?
Now he's gonna talk about labels. Okay.
Did you think it was like a hole just in the floor that like magically has like a piece of skin that just flaps over and then the pee comes out?
Well, okay, like legit, because I asked an ex-girlfriend this. I was like, hey, like, so is there like a piece of flesh in there that like keeps all the pee from leaking out? Because like when you gotta pee, how you just don't pee all over yourself all the time? Because it's just a hole there. And she looked at me really like offensively, like I'm a fucking idiot, and I never forgot that, you know. But anyways, yeah. By the way, too, I actually thought the entire section down there was called the pussy, but it's not. The
American education system in a fucking nutshell.
Well, they make it awkward as fuck. I mean, come on, man.
I thought it was called the pussy. Don't get me wrong, I get you.
You just picture a fucking teacher just holding up like a fucking diagram. This
I'm not laughing at
is a
you.
pussy.
I'm laughing at the thought of like when everyone else around you realized what you thought in like health class. Like, teacher, isn't it called the pussy?
No,
like...
and you know what's fucking tragic? There's still men and certain women that believe that you put a tampon in between your lips. And that's supposed to... Don't tell me you believe that, because you have literally seen me pull one out.
No, I don't. But Diaz was in sex class. Teacher was like, "What's this?" First time ever, he just raised his hand. Oh, I know what this one is. Oh, teacher, that's the pussy.
Jesus Christ.
I could have been your teacher, dog, if that happened.
No, because
And another misconception: people still think that if you put a tampon in, you lose your virginity. That does not fucking happen.
Oh my god, dude.
Who thinks that?
Probably
a lot of
I'm
people, surprisingly.
It's just y'all got a lot going on. Like, I'm just saying, like, you know, there's a lot of things. You know, it's like if a guy's stupid, it's like, well, yeah, and you can't be a dude trying to get laid, and then like that night he's like, oh, you know, while it's here, let me go ahead and start poking at this like it's a fucking car. Oh, this is where the radiator is. Like, she wants to fuck. I can't be that guy that's like, oh, let me fuck with this nozzle. Like, no, I can't. It's time for
investigator
business.
Coochie.
All a girl wants to do is just like, hey, put it in and find out how to make me happy. I can't do that as a young man. As a 14-year-old, I'm just fucking like, what even is that? Like, is it the Predator? No, cool. Because by the way, the Predator's face looks like a big vagina.
Certain men can't do that in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond.
Exactly. And by the way, just to put this out here, I'll put myself out there, guys. You should be able to go out there and say that you suck at that. So you can learn. So you can learn about the woman, the female body. The woman, I was going to say the woman body.
Well, ideally, you should learn about the woman you're with.
No, yeah, but
before
women
you
in general.
get to her fucking body.
No, but women in general though, because I think honestly, like some dudes might be weirded out of like, oh, how, you know, I'm gonna look at pussies and just like fucking look at it, like, you know, like they're not just to sit there and like, you know, and just jerk off and then be done and be like, I learned something new, how to jerk off at ebony porn or whatever. It's like, instead, why don't you like look up the actual vagina and the human body and like how does this work and how does that work and why does it take 9 months for the baby to go and all that shit, like the whole fucking thing, like learn about it. It's okay if you're stupid. I'm stupid. I learned a couple things. There's a lot more I need to learn. Look at me. I'm fucking dumb. Like, but like, you know, just go learn. Don't be like me. I was scared to. I didn't want to ask anybody any questions, dude. I wanted to know so much about how milk works out of the titties. Cause like, if it was even slightly digestible and actually had flavor, I would so be down to stop buying milk. Like, holy shit. But the thing is like, I know how any of this works. How does it come out of your body? How does a kid uses his fucking, like, psychic powers to go, like, you give me milk, and it comes out? Like, how the fuck is that possible? This is, like,
where do you poop out the baby?
Yeah. No, like, by the way, how does a baby, like, know, like, to go down? Like, you know when you're in a slide?
Oh, my God. You know when you're in a slide? It's not like a baby can fucking choose. Like, oh, hey, I'm a fucking baby. Let me just go out the pussy hole instead of going out the asshole because it stinks a little bit. That's not how it works.
No, because I remember like if the baby like looks down and is like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to get out of that one. I'm gonna go this way. Like, is that a thing? Like, yeah, but that's the thing. These questions exist, guys. So like, ask questions.
Clearly they do.
You know what still haunts me about babies though? They have fingernails.
Oh shit.
So I'm
Ooh,
always
that's messed up.
scared that like they're gonna like scratch on the way out.
Yeah.
My coochie.
See, so she's a girl and she even has questions. See?
They leave their initials in you, babe.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be like, oh fucking Garrett Jr. or whatever was here, and that's gonna be like inside of my uterus forever. No.
I didn't even know. By the way, I didn't even know what a uterus was for a while.
You said I didn't know they couldn't do that.
What did you think it was? Like you thought it was just like a stomach, or
No, I literally thought like, okay, so you know that thing. Oh god. So I don't care if really anybody watching. It just, I thought it was an umbilical cord.
What?
you thought it was what?
I thought it was the umbilical cord. That's what I thought up until I was like 24. I didn't know shit. That's
Where
what I'm
did you
saying.
go to school?
I didn't know.
Fucking Arizona.
No, I'm telling you, like yeah, it's somebody else's fault, not mine. Arizona's teaching, they like taught us like racist shit, and then that like, oh no, this is definitely the truth.
Actually, I'm curious. Where does Arizona fall in terms of like
It's
state
low down.
rankings of education?
Oh shit, it doesn't. I don't even fucking know.
No, I'm not saying like top 10. Just where does it fall like in general in between all the states?
The thing is, the country's so fucking dumb that it's probably not even that low. Now I'm thinking about it, it's probably not,
I'm
not
looking
bad
at it.
at all. Yeah, once you find out, let me know too, because I'm curious. I want to see how fucking dumb I am on a scale. But the thing is, though, is like, yeah, like that's a situation that kind of happens where, like, yeah, you don't know how to fucking who do you ask? I remember I had homies telling me in the gayest way how jerking off is, and I was already like 12. I was a late bloomer. And I'd just be like, yeah, dude, like, I was sitting there, you know, my pants off, and this shit was so fucking sexy.
So Arizona is listed as the 36th most educated state,
See? Told you why I'm stupid.
which is in the middle.
Oh. See? Fucking I thought that was in the middle. Oh, dude. No, but here's the thing. All I'm saying, essentially, is, like, you know, I don't even know what the fuck we're talking. Like, Josie and the Pussycats. Okay, speaking of pussy, like, yeah, so what'd you rate this fucking movie?
Well, I would rate this non-existent umbilical cord out of 5.
There we go.
No,
Thank
but
you,
for real,
asshole.
I mean, like I said, I like a good makeover montage. I can tell Rosario Dawson was having fun. The product placement is fucking abysmal. It's abhorrent. It's terrible. It's all the A words. It's asshole. I really had to like push through this. So like a 1.5 out of 5. Like you'll get some giggles out of it. Like in the beginning I was very confused, but I enjoyed watching all of them like die in a plane.
Yep.
So there's that. And the monkey was great. Personally, out of every single actor, actress, whatever in this movie, the fucking monkey stole the show for me. It just captured how I felt throughout this movie like fucking perfectly.
Yeah. At Skyfall, that's why it's awesome, because of product placement. That's fucking, like, honestly, dude, I'm like, there were certain things, like, I like product placement, because for one, it makes me feel like I'm, like, within it. Like, Secret Window, I like it in, Wayne's World, I like it in, even Transformers, the first one, not the other ones, holy shit, but, like, the first one's kind of fun ones in there. But, yeah, here, I think it's like, oh, product placement's a little much in certain points, but, yeah. Gacha, you, last one, sir, what would you rate this fucking thing?
Honestly,
And,
I can't add any more than what you guys already had. I'm just gonna give kind of a 2.5 at this point. I had fun with it, same thing. A lot of nostalgia, a lot of shit that kind of keep up with it. But I don't know, I've always enjoyed the Riverdale stuff. Like I actually did watch the Josie and the Pussycat cartoon because they used to come on after or before Jabberjaw, and it was something I used to enjoy as a kid. So besides that, it's just a Josie and the Pussycat movie from 2004. What do you expect? Did you get an Oscar? Give me praise and shit like some Scorsese film, man? It's just, if you like the fucking series, go see it.
I like the bumper that they made for Boomerang though, where
No,
they
that's
show
amazing.
like all the different eras of music and shit. I like that.
I thought, like, even like little things that made me remember about like those days, like the MTV News bit and all that shit was kind of cool. So all this saying, worry about having an orgasm and shitting on yourself. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things with pregnancy. It's pretty bad. It almost makes you wonder why people have kids.
like
constantly.
well, technically, we actually need to have kids actually further ourselves, but it's just so fucking hard to. It's so fucking expensive. But no, like the fingernail thing is probably the least because like you said, you'll probably shit on yourself. That pool of blood that comes out afterwards after the baby's all fully
The
out.
skin between your coochie and your asshole can rip.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will give you guys a warning. If you guys are having like a child or whatever, like you're not the one, like obviously I guess you're the dad or something like that. If the nurse offers you a chair, take the fucking chair. Don't look
Where the
at
fuck
like
is the baby gonna come out? Oh, sorry.
What?
No, I mean like
sorry.
Oh my fucking god!
like don't be embarrassed about like having to fucking sit down while the baby's being fucking born for the dads, because don't like fall over like and just like, oh my god, and pass out and then miss your child being born because you didn't want to take the fucking chair. Sit
It
down.
comes in through dominoes, Diaz. A fucking guy just knocks on your door. Hey, fresh, hot baby right here for you.
No, I know what he meant. He thought Joe was saying, you take her fucking doctor bed.
No. No. The person giving birth has their own, like, fucking station for giving birth.
This has not been a great
But I will
segment.
say this. If you're not the person giving birth and you're there with your significant other, don't be rude. Be helpful. Sit there. Comfort the person that's giving birth.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
don't just
Out
fucking
their bed
leave and not show up or fucking play video games the entire time. Like, you got some downtime when the baby like comes, but you need to be supportive. You gotta help that person out.
Babe, where do I plug in my PlayStation?
I'll make sure to
Up
charge your
your
phone, Joe.
fucking ass.
Nah, dude. Well, look, guys.
I will say this though: if you faint when I'm giving birth, I'm knocking you out.
What?
He's
As
already
soon as I
fucking
get better,
there.
I'm knocking you out. You're supposed to be there for me. You're supposed to be supportive. I am the person literally pushing Oonga Boonga number 2 out of me. You need to be there to help me.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Max Skyfall, if you like, well, you're in a YouTube thing, so you can't do this. But if somebody in the Twitch actually gives us a 500 bits for the bit bounty, what we do as far as bit bounties goes is that when someone gives 500 bits, we will do whatever movie review they want us to do. And if it's something where it's like it's an anniversary or birthday or whatever, that's when we'll actually review that without having a bit bounty or whatever. But I don't know when Powerpuff Girls movie came out. I will say, though, that when that show comes out, which who the fuck knows when that's going to happen, we'll definitely be talking about Powerpuff Girls in general, and maybe the movie will come up in that particular conversation. But, yeah, dude, overall, oh shit, he says, related to what we talked about earlier, I'll request a review of the widely beloved Clone High. Hell yeah! We'll watch some Clone High, that'd be cool. Casal is, by the way, dude, Casal is like, hey, man, so I have like the video of like my wife giving birth. Why? See, y'all love your kids too much. Like, why the fuck would you be in a situation where you gotta record something like that? Who the fuck's gonna sit there as a family? Like, hey, you want to see mom's pussy? Yeah, dad. Oh, that's horrifying. And then everyone's
So to
watching.
be fair, I want to see it just so I know if my mom shit on herself. I'd be like,
why? No, that's embarrassing and awful. Like that, and they're like, she's doing something that's like nature, like that's scary. Like another person.
I mean, I find it funny because then I basically post
Another
like,
pussy came out of her.
Yeah, like
because then I'm just like how you push so hard to get me out that you shitted on yourself. Like that's funny to
literally
me.
like Freddy Krueger shit, man. Like that's.
You know what
fucking
bothers me though?
crazy. What, other than your pussy being ripped apart by another person? What?
Aside from that, I'm talking about the outsider's perspective, the person that isn't giving, almost said shit, birth. The person that isn't giving birth. I feel uncomfortable, and me personally, I don't like it when people put like their naked child on Facebook.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it's covered up in a blanket and it's like cleaned up, cool. No fucking problems. But for you to just like, I'm gonna put this out there. I had a person who I knew back home, and they were giving birth. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, maybe afterwards I can drop off, like, some flowers or something and be nice. Her boyfriend ended up posting pictures of their naked child on Facebook, but that wasn't the only thing. I don't think he took a second to even realize what he posted, but front and center, there's, like, the nurse holding the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And in the background, you see her bloody cooch. Like, uncensored, like full blown there. She had the rip and the tear and the shit.
Ooh.
And he did not bother to blur that out, to like fucking clip it or whatever. He literally put her out on blast. Just full. Oh, it was the worst thing. Like, I laughed a little bit, but then I stopped because I'm like, oh my god, I would be mortified if that shit was out there. And those pictures were up for like 3 days. No one said anything. Or he just thought it was funny and left it up, or what the fuck ever. But that shit was up for 3 days and no one said a word.
That's my least
favorite. See, at that point, like, I'm like, if that were me, I'm getting up out of that fucking goddamn bed, still bleeding and all after giving birth.
Okay, y'all.
And I am knocking him the fuck out. Like, he's getting his shit knocked in.
Look, I cannot wait to end this fucking show. Like, I hate the chat right now, and I hate Jen and Roxy with these fucking stories about the blood and the fucking baby having.
But it's real shit. It's what happens.
We should find.
Would you rather like Jet go through a C-section and you watch like the doctor scoop up all her organs and put it on the table next to her?
Okay, but you're literally like, yeah, like that's the Thank you for being so informative. However. I will say that, like, can I come inside like an incubator and just like zoom, and it comes out of a computer? Like, can we
see? That's how Junior happens.
And what a wonderful fucking movie, right? Like, that's definitely what we should do. Another thing too is like, people should probably start accepting the idea of like there's many people having unwanted babies everywhere, right? Like, just fucking like, oh, another one, shit, throw away, whatever. Why can't we go and like just collect them and like no more having babies? Like, just there's a lot of babies out there. They might not look like us, but who cares? Like, let's just have them come over here and chill and shit. Okay, you might guess.
You mean adoption?
Yeah, adoption. There you go. But we'll talk about that more in a bit. And plus, I fucking hate the conversation anyways. Mike, can you please talk about the YouTube suspension of Double Toast already? I don't want to hear more about the giving birth shit. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Too bad. Fuck you. And secondly, like, the Double Toast thing, yeah, once upon a time, we got in trouble for an old fucking challenge video. I'm not even too sure about it either because, due to, my boss, Corey, not talking to me for 3 days and me finding out through people in the chat that's literally right there right now, I didn't know shit about any of this. Now, as far as that happening, Corey's Double Toasted channel has been suspended for a week, and there's so many other videos that are on there that I don't know essentially like if we're gonna get suspended again for something else later on. But there is Double Toasted Bites, which on the earlier video game streams I do or the post shows to Chris's stream or whatever, I usually come on here and I showcase Double Toasted Bites, and yet for some reason people are still like, huh? Where's the other one? It's almost like a lot of people are fucking retarded and don't fucking pay attention. So, like, I
gotta, like, my question is just like, is it a suspension for a whole week because of like the other copyright claims that you guys had like in the past?
Well, it's not a claim, it's a strike. So basically, a claim is something where like they demonetize a video or they even make some countries not be able to actually view it. Whereas a strike is something where you have so much either content in the video or just a really horrible, like someone said the N-word or someone got hurt or someone chopped off a finger, just some kind of crazy fucking thing, that essentially what they would end up doing is they gotta like completely remove the video. And since they're unsure if you have other shit like that on the channel, like, ooh, we found this, what else do you guys have that you're kind of sneaking around us, they'll put a strike on it where you can't do a community post, you can't do a stream, and you can't do any uploads for 7 days. And then even after the 7 days, you still can't go live streaming. So, like, granted, Double Toasted doesn't do any live streaming on the main Double Toasted YouTube channel, but, if they were somebody who does that, like how Maximilian does sometimes, or some other people out there, like I'm trying to think who else does that. I think, like, Real Rejects do that, whatever, but they would have completely lost their live premiere privileges. They would have completely, like us, for instance, we're on YouTube doing stuff live. We would have been fucked if we got a copyright strike. So you just wouldn't have a show or uploads. But the thing is, Corey had me create Double Toasted Bites. I'm pretty much the only person who's been working on Double Toasted Bites. And since we have that going on, we have like a new revenue stream and a new like area to upload. And ever since we made that channel, I made sure that nothing's gotten flagged or cleaned or anything. We don't have to worry about anything retroactively fucking us over because it's all clean material. I mean, there's times where there might be someone who falls and Corey laughs at it and we make sure to censor it, like I'll literally go in and censor it, or I'll do a still image and make sure that you can't even see what's going on just to make sure that we don't get in trouble. So essentially Double Toasted Bites is a good place for that. We're going to be safe over there. Nothing's going to happen. It's going to be cool. But then essentially, Double Toast Stuff is going to be back to normal next week. So if you guys want to watch the edited reviews that James does, you guys can go to Double Toast Bites and check it out there. It's going to be in its full form. It's not going to be short like all the other Double Toast Bites stuff, but it's going to be that way for the next 7 days until we're back to normal. However, if we're not back to normal, it's because something else got fucking claimed or struck. And if that happens, then, I mean, one more after that, and Double Toasted is gone. Like, the fucking channel is just completely gone, and it'll all be just Double Toasted Bites, and then my life would get even more crazy, because essentially that's a trajectory that I've been on since I was fucking 10. So, it's crazy.
Another thing, you're the only person who works on DT Bites, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you should probably put that out there more, because I'm starting to think the other editor works on that. No help from you, no.
Yeah, I'll put out there. James works on the other channel. There's some things that he's done that I don't agree with. Over here, this is all my stuff that I've done with Corey and whatnot, and none of these have gotten a strike, a claim, anything. And you guys have seen me on the DT editing show. I go through every nook and cranny, and that's why, it takes like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to edit something that takes 8 minutes, or turns into 8 minutes of content, because you gotta sense out the cuss words. You gotta make sure you don't put out too much information. You can't even put in incorrect information. One time we did a video, and Corey literally said, "Hey, you guys should go to the bars. Don't worry about the vaccine. Just be a bunch of idiots." Well, we actually got in trouble for that. So that was the one video we did get in trouble for, looking back at it retroactively, and it's because Corey gave out misinformation. And that's all up to YouTube to consider as misinformation. Somebody like, me or Alan or whoever may go, "Yeah, I agree with Corey." Doesn't matter. YouTube doesn't agree with Corey. But we don't know who YouTube is. We thought it's his website, but apparently it's a fucking person, or who knows what it is. Like, no one knows anything. It's so crazy the way YouTube is. But, it is what it is. Also, check out the interviews page. I've been doing a lot of stuff over there. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you guys are watching us, you have to be Double Toasted fans, because if not, then where the fuck have you been this whole time? But, yeah, dude, you guys already know everything. So, yeah, check out Double Toasted where you guys can find them. But there you go, E-Mike. And sorry that we changed the subject to talk about the Double Toasted thing, but, literally it's been talked about a few times. And if you missed it, it's like, dude, shit. But I will say, if you tell me, hey, I'm sick of hearing about this shit, I will talk about it more. I almost gave birth on camera just to say fuck you right now. So, just putting that out there, though, dude. I like the bits and I like the support and everything, too. But, yeah, I ain't gonna be no one's fucking bitch, all right? So, let's avoid that next time, because I was in a worse mood. Holy shit, that would have been a long discussion right there. But anyways, with that said, guys, I was gonna do Sweet Tooth. I'm gonna review that another day. It's been a long show.
every time you say Sweet Tooth, I think of Twisted Metal.
Me too. But I mean, I'll do something really quick. This is not even the fucking review, and I'm gonna wait till Alan joins me tomorrow, and then we'll do a full-on review. But I'm gonna do a recap. Everything I said about Sweet Tooth before, guys, where it's this is gonna be cool and it could have been interesting, blah blah blah, I was, in my opinion, right about. I think the show is actually really, really good. I think that there's a lot of stuff here that could be, made better. But it's a fucking, it's a pretty safe movie that does non-safe shit. There is some brutal deaths in here that you barely see. There is some crazy post-apocalyptic stuff that happens here. But then it's also a situation too where it's they're building to a season 2, so you're kind of left without a lot of the juice that you want from this. Oh man, we're not gonna see this, we're not gonna see that. But they're building a universe here, and it's a very, very well thought out universe, to the point where we get so many characters here that you can actually remember their names, and we're at a number count of 14 different people, and you literally remember all of them, and they're actually all very different. So yeah, very wonderful show. I strongly recommend it. I'm not gonna give a rating right now. You're probably going to hear me say the show over again tomorrow, but tomorrow, review for Sweet Tooth is happening. But this is the recap, and yeah, go watch that shit. It's good. So fuck you, Ganja. I know you're probably yeah, he's not going to watch that shit after saying that good stuff about the trailer, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. But, nah, dude, I think you'll like it too, Ganja.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I got time for these fucking things anymore.
But what I do have the time for, guys, I'm gonna let you guys know. You can go over there and watch Double Toast on whatever. I don't know why I was gonna say Double Toast, but I meant to say Ganja and Alan over there at the Metropolis Collective on the Illuminati show. You guys can check this stuff out, as well as watch Cedric's show. Cedric Farrell, he does Metropolis Sports. He also got the Newness podcast with Jenny and Jenny. All that good stuff. So go check that stuff out. The music is playing, and we are out of here. Goodbye. Go enjoy Double Toast while you can. Even though nothing really changed. They're on Twitch. Watch the whole show. Not a big deal. YouTube's gone. Corey doesn't pay you guys. That works.